my presentation short. First of all, thank you very much to Charles and the team of Clean Tuesday for inviting me again and giving me the opportunity to present a topic on energy saving, energy management in the overall scope of the smart grid. First, just a little introduction about greenware. Greenware is a startup company based in Hong Kong, and we provide the next generation of environmental monitoring using wireless technologies. So any environmental data from carbon dioxide, temperature, humidity, meter readings, we collect them, aggregate them, and transform that data into information that can then be reused into your organization. Next slide, please. So today what I'm going to do, I'm going to talk about smart grid in detail. I think our two presenters have done that into great details, and I'm glad that what I'm going to present is in line with what they have already presented. Basically, to have a smart grid, you need 4 components. You need a distribution system. And I just want to make a little comment here. We've talked a lot about electricity, but electricity is not the only grid that needs to become smart. The water also looking to adjust the demand. Waste, we don't always think about it, but there is a distribution system for waste that goes away from our premises, from our houses, into recycling facilities or into dumping ground. Here as also there is a need to make them smarter, and therefore when we talk about smart grid, what we've discussed tonight can also be applied to other areas. Sensors and actuators, the two-way communication is crucial in establishing the smart grid. You want to have the data, you want to have the information from your premises, but you also want to be able to act on it. So you have actuators, whether they are valves, relay, open gates, so on and so forth, so that you control your environment. Then the communication network and the intelligent application. All these 4 elements contributes to establishing the smart grid. Next slide. So I'm just going to use these slides. We spoke about smart grids. I just want to position where greenware plays. Smart grid at macro and micro level is what we've heard about tonight. It's about demand side management. It's about understanding consumption. It's about adjusting demand to supply. The macro grid applies to trying to encompass some of the renewable energy at a more local level. What I'm going to present to you tonight is what happens when you go beyond the official meter that your electricity company has applied. What do you do when you implement energy saving measures? You want to know what your saving is in your hotel, in your industry, in your company, in your office. What do you do? This is the area of the nanogrids. This is where we take the initiatives of giving our customers energy saving and also giving them the way to manage that energy and know about it. Next slide, please. So what I'm going to talk about tonight is an hotel in Shenzhen that had a problem. It's an hotel that has 180 rooms. It's a split aircon. And when they saw the technology that we had for saving energies at split aircon level, they wanted to know 2 things. How much are they going to save? And how are we going to prove it? And therefore, we introduced a new billing system based on wireless technology, completely end-to-end, to monitor energy consumptions of the air conditioning systems and the energy that was saved. Okay, so now how do you go from the raw data, which is energy that is consumed or saved at the aircon system, to customer-focused information at room level, and most important, the dollar value that is being saved. So to do that, the value proposition of greenware is to have a complete end-to-end solutions from energy saving, hardware to monitor energy consumptions, media, so that you get access to your data across a large infrastructure, in this case 180 rooms, aggregate the data through an independent network. And independent is important because If you rely on your customer network to get your data, it is very easy to just unplug it. And if you don't have the data, you cannot provide the bill at the end of the month. Therefore, independent access to data when you're doing energy saving is crucial. Then centralized into our own servers, and then the platform render the data. So let's have a look first at the hardware. For the hardware, what we've done is, if you imagine that that is one floor of the hotel, there are a total of 6 floors in this hotel. We've installed a wireless communication module hooked up to a meter and an energy-saving device that connects to the split aircon system. So every red dot is one of the systems that then saves energy into each room when the aircon is used. On one floor of the hotel, we've installed one gateway, and the gateway collects the information from the 183 installed wireless devices. So it's an aggregation that then sends the data to our server. I'm going to tell you a little bit more about the technology that we use. The most important here is that no wiring was actually required. If you imagine that you're in a hotel environment and then you tell the owner, well, you have to drill quite a few holes to get the wires back to your gateway, that's not going to work in the hospitality business. So now let's look at the media, the wireless transmission from the meters, from the energy-saving device to our gateway. So here we use Waveness. Waveness is a little bit of a competitor to Zigbee. It is a standard that has been developed specifically for the telemetry and metering applications. It is an open standard, and many companies have joined these open standards to deploy their AMR and smart metering applications. Among them are Elster, the meter manufacturer, which is actually the founder of the Waveness protocol, Cisco, and more recently the telecom company Orange has also joined this protocol. Just as a remark with the other speakers, Zigbee is not the standard for AMR. It is one of the protocols that you can use to collect your data, but you have other choices. So with the Waveness technology, we have an industry-proven technology that has been developed worldwide. More than 5 million devices have been deployed. It covers a comprehensive range of applications from, of course, metering, but also in-building management, industrial application, and metering. Once you have a Waveness protocol into a GPRS or LAN aggregator, you're already part of the IP convergence. You're in a GPRS communications, you already are on an internet-based communication, and therefore the data that you're transmitting can be reused very easily. Next, please. Okay, so the data is then aggregated